This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we have a GE washing machine that's overfilling. So when you turn it on, it just keeps filling with water. It never goes to agitate, it just overfills. So we got it unplugged. We're going to take out these 3 screws on the back of the control panel, and then we'll be able to just slide the control panel to the, I think it's to the right, and then we can bring it forward so we can get to the pressure sensor. The pressure sensor is a switch that has a little rubber tube coming up to it. Sometimes that rubber tube will fall off, or it may get clogged, and then it can't send any air pressure up to the pressure sensor, and then the machine will just overfill. So here's that little tube. I'm going to pull it off, and then I'll blow into it, and I should be able to feel like the air can flow through there really easily. Maybe you might even hear some bubbles down in the tub. But when I blow through it, it's obstructed. It's like there's no airflow, like something's blocking it. So probably got some detergent or something down at the tub level that's clogging it. So we're going to remove this front panel from the tub. This one just came right off. Usually you have to push in with a paint scraper on a couple of clips. Here's the other end of that tube where it connects to the tub. I'm going to pull that off and I'll blow through it. I notice it's kind of an obstructed feel, but eventually I noticed that the air can flow through it. So somehow water had gotten into this tube, and that's what was keeping the air from going to the pressure sensor. But by blowing through it, I was able to clear out the water that was in there. I'm also using a little piece of wire to get down inside where this tube connects to the tub, making sure that that's clear and there's no detergent or anything caught in there. So I'm just working that wire back and forth. It has to be pretty small to be able to fit inside there. And that's going to do the job. Then after that, we'll go ahead and just put the tube back on here at the tub. Make sure it's on there securely. We'll put the tube back on up at the top at the pressure sensor, plug it in, put it back together, and then we'll test it at the different water levels. So once it reaches about, for small, about a quarter of the way up, it should turn and start to go into agitation. It should stop filling. And it did, so we did cure it. We can go put those screws back into the back. And this is for a GE top-loading washing machine. Pretty easy to do this procedure. And it's pretty common at about maybe the 10-year mark. These things get clogged up. You get this overfill problem. So just putting those 3 screws back into the back to hold on the control panel. If the procedure still doesn't work and it's still overfilling, it might need a new pressure switch. But this worked for this machine. I think it'll work for yours too. Hope that's effective for you, and please subscribe when you get a chance.